about the internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward. There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
So here at Citi, where we move over $4 trillion global each day,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. 24 hours of crypto. Let's get right in today's video. $4 trillion a day in Citi alone. Go ahead and smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. This video is going to be absolutely insane. If you are not satisfied with today's video, I want you guys to please go ahead and leave a dislike, unsub, and leave a negative comment, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, this is going to be absolutely insane. Welcome back to another episode. Jane Fraser is her name, CEO of Citi, over 18 years. And we're going to get into a video momentarily by her. You got to listen very carefully to her statement here because it is absolutely stunning. And then we're going to correlate everything back to Ripple, a level playing field, Christine Lagarde, gold and silver on DLT. This tokenized asset world has not even seen a dent yet, and Ripple is in the center stage of it. Take a listen to what Jane Fraser says here.
Our long careers, but it does feel like we're in the midst of a once-in-a-lifetime shift. The architecture of finance, and by that I mean global currencies all the way down to payments, lending and deposits. It's unbundling bit by bit, and it's rebundling around a new, largely digital architecture. And this happened in trading over the last few decades, and it was an evolution. But what we're seeing now is more of a revolution, with new architectures supplanting old ones. And the way our industry has operated for decades, it's going to be replaced with new ways. And the scale and the speed required to serve our clients, it's of a completely different magnitude. So here at Citi, where we move over $4 trillion global each day, where we enable clients to issue payments in 144 different currencies, where we do business in more than 160 different countries and are on the ground in nearly 100 of them, well, we have a deep appreciation for scale and agility. And we're seeing how the world is becoming more global and more local at the same time, and how it's becoming faster and how it's becoming more complex. We're reshaping our firm and our exceptional assets so that we maintain our relevancy and we continue to deliver for clients. SWIFT, as the community that underpins global flows, must make the same journey. Not just talk about it, but actually accelerate action. Because if traditional payments remain slow and comparatively clunky, as they are today, then it's a huge incentive for others to develop alternative, large-scale global payment systems that could be cheaper and much faster. Already, the convergence between new technology and shadow banking risks derailing years of our progress. There's always been unregulated financial activity, but the new technology has the potential to scale that globally to the detriment of the regulated sector and the clients and the consumers we serve. We simply can't afford the regulated sector to be perceived as technologically deficient to the unregulated sector, and that's why we must relentlessly modernize our regulated financial system through public-private partnerships and through communities that bring our industry together.
Once in a lifetime shift. And she talks about scale and speed, and what they're working on is completely different on a different magnitude. And that once in a lifetime shift is happening right now. And a lot of people don't see it. And a lot of people say Ripple, XRP, they're nothing. Citi partners with Medico to develop institutional digital asset custody capabilities. Remember what I said. They could be working directly with the company, indirectly with the company. This is a perfect example of Citibank confirmed 1 trillion% that they are indirectly correlated with Ripple. And we even have documents back from 2017, Citi talking about Ripple and its XRP pool and how it would be utilized. So this is nothing new, but this is hardcore evidence that Ripple is hand in hand now, $4 trillion a day just with Citi. And we got digital asset custody capabilities coming through Medico and indirectly to Citi. Do you guys see how big this is? And that is why Ripple bought Medico just last week for $250 million. Citibank just posted on their website. And this market is really big. The gold market alone is 11.5 trillion. And the real estate, the global real estate, ladies and gentlemen, is $326 trillion. Remember what they just announced? Ripple to showcase real estate asset tokenization solution. Folks, you can't make this stuff up. We're going to get into a video by Christine Lagarde, the head of the IMF at the time of this video, and then now she's the head of the ECB, which we're going to get into. We're going to break everything down. And what they're trying to do here on a big scale is to create a level playing field. And this is what even Trump said. Take a listen to what Trump said here. And also keep in mind that the agenda got pushed back. The narrative changed. This was all supposed to happen, but they had to take a pause and push it back. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But the agenda got pushed back. But take a listen to what Trump says here.
As far as the currency devaluations, I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field. Because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things.
A level playing field. And you know what Ripple does? Ripple creates that level playing field and makes it fair, folks. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And that's why market cap doesn't matter for XRP whatsoever.
Used as a sort of universal bridge. And blockchains are what provide that level playing field so that...
And the liquidity in digital assets could be applied to actually make that much more democratized. A level playing field.
The bank is leveling the playing field between old and new.
Most efficient, fair and global way as possible. And that implies clearly a level playing field.
Because this is going to be the utility token for the new world economy. You can't put a market cap on XRP. It could reach $40 trillion in market cap. And that is not crazy whatsoever. Take a listen to what Christine Lagarde says here.
The role of gold and silver and how it can be associated with distributed ledger technology. It's something that we have not explored, but certainly we are very, very keen to explore distributed ledger technology for all sorts of purposes, particularly in the fintech world.
They're keen to explore the whole gold and silver in the DLT sector. But do you know how inefficient gold is? I'm going to break it down to you guys so you guys really understand how, you know, when Ripple says moving money value in an instant speed, with gold, you can't do that. But I want to print you guys a really good picture here. But first, let's get into Christine Lagarde's agenda quickly. 2007 to 2010, 3 years, France finance minister. And then she went over to the IMF, managing director. She was the head of the IMF, folks, for 8 years. That is massive. And then from the IMF, she went to the ECB, the European Central Bank, and she's currently there almost coming up to 4 years. You know why she did that lateral move? We're going to get into IMF documents and ECB documents, but this is all based out of DLT. She's very bullish DLT. Remember what she says here.
So I think the role of the disruptors and anything that is using distributed ledger technology, whether you call it crypto, assets, currencies or whatever, and it's far from the bitcoins that we used to talk about a year ago, that is clearly shaking the system. It's far from the bitcoins that we used to talk about a year ago.
And through the IMF and through the ECB, I feel like she wants to be the center stage of this monetary shift because it's happening and she wants to lead it and she has the power to do it. And the picture you guys see, Brad Garlinghouse and Christine Lagarde, these are the closed door meetings that we are not going to hear about. This is a massive deal. This is a big thing here, folks. Okay, so let me give you guys a quick little picture of how much gold is out there. Approximately 197 metric tons, so about 6.34 billion troy ounces. So assuming each truckload, I'll post a picture of the truck here, roughly 90% of its capacity, and 30 metric ton each truck. the number of truckloads required per gold. This is the quick math, but overall, it would take 7,300 truckloads to move that much gold, to move 11 trillion. But do you want to know how much it is to fly it from Australia to Antarctica? Well, you guys could go ahead and pause it and read the screen, but I'm not gonna read all this. This is just going off assuming how many trips it does. So assuming each plane does about 5 round trips per plane. So that would mean 2,195 plane trips. You would need 439 planes. But this is where you just say, wow. It would take approximately 635 days, or around up to 2 years, to transport all the gold from Australia to Antarctica using this method. So if you were to move all the gold in the world from Australia to Antarctica, it would take you almost 2 years to fly all that over. Do you see now where gold, silver being tokenized on the XRP ledger, using a bridge currency, the most efficient bridge currency, the one that you could scale to very high values and the speed is instant, not like Bitcoin. And now going into the IMF document from 2022, a multi-currency exchange and contracting platform. What does that sound like to you? This is from the IMF and the ECB. They're talking about the use of DLT in post-trade processes. The amount of use cases that is going to be leveraged and utilized through the XRP ledger is crazy. And just showing you guys perspective of how Ripple is talking about real estate tokenization and the global real estate at $326 trillion. We talked about gold. That was Christine Lagarde talking about gold and silver in the future on DLT. To move gold from Australia to Antarctica would take you almost 2 years. 2 years. Is that a joke? So that's why it makes sense for that value to be on a blockchain. Do you see? I hope this really, if this doesn't really give you guys the bigger picture, I'm very sorry. That's pretty rough. But if you're not holding XRP, not financial advice, it's going to be very devastating in terms of what you missed out on. An asset that's 50 cents that has been trading like this for years, which I've said this many times, this is very good overall for the XRP market. This is what they want, stability. Remember BitBoy 2.0, how he says stability? That's what we want. We want stability. So this is stability at its finest. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Very powerful video. If you guys made it to the end, I just want to say thank you. Smash that like button a couple times. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I will be in there replying back. And we will be back with another video.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.